Hey, what's up, y'all? This is your boy Keenan Higgins. You can always call me Higgs for short. And I have a very special guest. You know his name, you know his music. There's nothing more to say. Eric Benét, what's going on, man? How you doing?
What's going on, sir? How you feeling, Higgs?
I am doing good. I am so glad to be speaking with you. We having a pretty particular good day in New York, so we just in good spirits. But it's really good to
Man,
talk to you,
that
man.
that blue Nami.
Hello, hello.
Yeah, yes, sir. Yes, sir. I love it.
Like, yeah, I love it, man. But let's get to the business at hand because you have a lot of great stuff going on, new music, just really great things on the horizon. So,
Yeah.
just to start things off, you have this amazing Christmas album that is like just you got something for the holiday season, and I really love that. But after
Thank you.
like 3 decades in the game, what made this the perfect time to throw out a Christmas album for us?
Well, it's something that's been always been on my agenda. And I just wanted it to be at the right time, and you know how it is at labels. You have to fight with the powers that be for budgets, and there's a certain way like I envisioned myself doing a Christmas album. I wanted it to sound classic, like Nat King Cole type classic. And that's not exactly the most least expensive way to make an album, these days. So now that I got my own label, JBR, um I was able to do it exactly how I wanted to. um, 8 of the songs have a 60-piece orchestra on it. It's just something that really feels like it transcends um, like trends and what's current, and it's something that is classic and feels like it's going to be here for like decades to come. That's so it was the right time to do it.
And I loved it because when I looked at the track list, majority of it is original music, and I was like, usually when you think of a Christmas album, it's like all the covers. And like
Yeah.
was going independent one of the main reasons why you wanted to do it that way, or was it just like how'd that come about?
Well, there are covers. There are quite a few covers on the album, but they're lesser known covers because
Mm,
I didn't want to just go. I mean, there's certain Christmas songs to me that are just almost just like just I hold them in such reverence
mm-hmm.
that every time I hear yet another pop star cover it and massacre it, I'm like, I'm like, man, like if I hear one more person mess up this Christmas by Donny Hathaway, I'm gonna just be like, man,
Oh,
come on, man, just leave perfection alone, man, leave perfect. So with that energy, there are so many classic Christmas songs that I just the way they were recorded is part of the song now for me, and it would be like I'm not going to go in and like try to redo that one. Let me try to pick some covers where people aren't as familiar with, that
mm-hmm.
I love, that I feel as though when I inject my own uh creativity and musicality to it, i can I can present it to this generation in an interesting way. So maybe they'll fall in love with that that particular cover, like I did when I was 10 years old. Like there's a Stevie Wonder cover on there that a lot of people don't know. One Little Christmas Tree. There's I liked it. I grew up not just listening to R&B, but I used to listen to all kinds of stuff like Steely Dan and the Eagles and Toto. So there's a Eagles Christmas joint on there too. So it's just like it's so many like lesser known covers that I wanted to add my own thing to. In addition to, like you said, there's some original songs on there as well.
I love that. And then it leads me to my next question. Of the cover that you did, which one would you say is your favorite?
The covers that I did, probably, I mean, that's a hard one. But the one that immediately comes to mind is my cover of From the Sound of Music, My Favorite Things.
Oh, nice. Okay, okay.
Um, yeah, it moves me. It really does. It's incredible. I mean, Sound of Music is a movie that my family, ever since I was a kid, we would watch it every year for Christmas, and now I continued that tradition with my family, and my kids now love the movie as much as I did when I was a kid, and so it was very and for me particularly, it was a little emotional. It's like a decades old tradition.
I love that. Coming from one Libra to another, I want to say happy
Yeah,
belated, my
thank
brother.
you, thank you,
uh,
man.
and honestly, with you being at this point in your life in this game and just in your career and just with everything, what's the biggest message that you're trying to convey right now as you enter, your 60s?
Yeah, man. I think probably just authenticity,
Hmm.
right? I think there's been an evolution of authenticity for me. I think when I first got in the game, it was my sister and my sister Lisa and I, we were signed to EMI Records, and
Hmm.
it was way back in the early '90s, bro. So so and it was a situation where my first my first real trip to Los Angeles, my first record deal with a major, and there was a first of a lot of many things. And among that introduction, there was also the introduction to how if you let a record company, they will dictate everything about your career.
Hmm.
And I think in a lot of ways, that's what happened on our first album. Well, it was my sister and I. We were a brother sister duo, like I said. So that was a hard lesson. We were shortly dropped right after they kind of released the single. And then I kind of made the decision to, like, my whole journey is about authenticity from here. So when I got my first solo deal a couple years later, it was True to Myself. And that's why I named the album True to Myself, because it was like, yo, I'm gonna I'm gonna make the music that comes from my heart. I'm not gonna let some executive dictate what producer I gotta work with, or what my lyrics need to be like, or what style I need to like bite and jump on. So, and I think I found that has sustained me, so that I can now be knocking on the door of 60 years old, still putting out music, and still having it resonate. And to be quite honest with you, like, no end in sight. Like, I got like 5 projects, like, I'm working on right now. And
Oh,
so yeah, I think that's it. I think it's authenticity. Yeah.
I love that. And talking about like some of the golden parts of your career, we recently lost D'Angelo, and you two may have never recorded together, but you were making music at the same time. Was there any kind of run-ins or any great memories that you have of him, or just anything that you like to share on his
You
memory?
know, that was that was a gut punch for sure. I
Yeah.
think it hit people like me a lot harder than it did the rest of the world.
Yeah.
I never like recorded with D'Angelo, but just being in the industry, I would see the brother, and on a very cordial, like, oh man, what you working on now, bro? Oh damn, that's great. Just like camaraderie of being in the industry together, and his soul and his spirit was always one of just genuine humility, which it always trips me out when I meet titans of music like that, and that is definitely what he is. Like Stevie, like the first time I met Stevie, the one thought that kept going through the back of my mind was, "Don't you know you Stevie Wonder?" Because because he's just so, I can say, like, Stevie's like a friend now, and he's just that way. He's just still that black boy from the Midwest that just got a lot of talent, right? And it's the same. It's the same with Quincy. With Quincy Jones, we lost him too, and it was like Quincy was just that father figure, that who whoever you were, he would open his arms and just like, come on over to the house, I'll have somebody cook up something. And and
Good reaction. I loved it.
yeah, but that was just his personality. And D'Angelo was the same way. It's like D'Angelo really went once he hit the scene, he changed the game. Like he changed the whole R&B game. And um, there are artists who carry this grotesque sense of entitlement
Mm,
and this condescending air to people who approach them or even their contemporaries. And in my experience, those artists are like no one should be at the position where they feel like they can look down upon someone else. But it always seems to me like it's the artists that are the converse of the Quincy's or the Stevies or the D'Angelos that have all this crazy air about them. It's like, why are you tripping? Like, why are you trying to treat people around you like you are in some way better than them? And it's always the artists who always got shaky talent to begin with, who kind of have that. It's crazy how that works. It's like the true most influential historic artists that I've met are like the most down to earth, loving. No, man, let's have some coffee. Let's talk about what you're working on. And it's them other ones where it's like if you catch them loud, they be pitchy as hell, or their songwriting, if they actually write the songs,
that
is
part.
it's like inconsistent, and it's like, wow. So you're the one that's gonna be tripping, okay? So
Yeah.
yeah,
Well,
maybe
that's
the
amazing.
maybe that's just the Milwaukee in me, man. I don't know, but it's like I don't know how these people be tripping like that for real.
It's the realness in you. I think, and it really goes back to what you said about authenticity and something that, and it kind of goes into my last two questions, which is like with the co-star, you got such a great reaction to that this past
Yeah.
summer. Would you say that this independent lane is like your second win in like just the world of success?
Well, that's what it feels like to me. I mean, it feels like, continuing on that authenticity conversation. I think when you got your own situation and you've secured the funding and you put the team together and yeah, I mean, I'm able to see my projects from inception to completion as the way I would want them to be. So, it is an incredibly affirming feeling that this at this late stage in my career, I've had two number one singles, and the third one with the incomparable and brilliant India Ari is climbing up the charts right now. So it's like, and if you have not listened, for the listeners out there and viewers, if you have not listened to my project in its entirety, the co-star, you are doing yourself a disservice, because one of the things I pride myself is in embracing multiple genres through the lens of R&B and soul. So it's quite a musical journey, and I invite you to check out the whole thing, not just the singles. Check out the whole thing, because I come from that. I come from that where it's like I'm not trying to just put out a single and run the game up, run the scoreboard up with one single. I'm trying to create this cohesive, beautiful piece of emotional journey, right? And so go check it out.
I love that. And one final question. You went viral recently with you were performing at a park. I think it was a you did a live rendition of "Sometimes I Cry," and
Oh
it,
yeah,
it was like you were crescendo in it. And I was like, "Yo!" It was just the power of your voice that was. It wasn't like your status, no Grammys, no nothing. It was just your voice. What is it
thank you,
like to get that reaction in 2025 just off your voice alone?
man. It is incredible, and I really appreciate that comment. It's like,
Absolutely.
so and as humbled as I am that people react to that clip, and when they see like that little piece of performance from me, I think to be able to sustain a career for as long as I have is to be able to do that consistently. It's like to do that um as easy as it is to breathe, to do that without any uh technological or advances in auto tune or anything. You just gotta be able to do that.
Mhm.
And if you can't do that, not like I do it, but obviously, but
Like, dude, like
if
I
you,
do it.
right. But if you can't reach a certain plateau of what you and your heart feel is greatness, then keep working on it until you can achieve that. And I think when you have within your grasp a consistent performance that you are proud of, then you got a shot at hanging around this industry for about 30, 40 years. Because I think true artists are never completely satisfied
Mm.
with their craft, including myself. It's like I'm always trying to like grow and perfect and to elevate whatever it is I do, and I'm going to keep doing that until I'm like 98 years old. But I think the true test of being relevant and staying in this game is every artist needs to always be trying to aspire to that, right?
Listen, you said it the best, and you be holding you to it. We got you for at least 98. So that's it.
There it
That's
is.
it. That's
There
it.
it
We ain't
is.
taking no other things. All right,
And
yo.
when I'm 99, I'm retiring, bro.
Listen, y'all. Thank you so much, Eric. And you heard him. Listen to the co-star. Go into the Christmas album, and listen. I will see you at the City Winery. So
My
there we
man.
go.
All right.
All right. Thank you
Later.
so much.
You got it.